getting into biochemistry or anything, is basically you have to be in a state of balance. And balance is called homeostasis. Remember that from biology class? Doctors check the markers. They look at your blood pressure. They look at your cholesterol, your hematocrit A1Cs. They go through all these markers of whether or not you're in balance. And all we're trying to do is say, well, if I was back in balance, wouldn't I be more efficient at achieving my goals? So here's the thing. We don't make any medical claims. We're not in the field of medicine. Doctors will go from those markers down, symptoms down. Health and fitness is from foundation up. So what are the things that we can do, taking control of our health and fitness, that I can do to start removing the variables that allow me to get a better foundation so I'm not the one causing a lot of the problems? We'll meet your doctor in the middle eventually, and they're going to love what you're doing. Because how many times do doctors say, I'd love for you to eat right and exercise? But if you said, okay, doc, how? You're going to hear crickets and blank stare. That's not what they do. So our job is to say, if I was just taking back control and I wanted to get a fresh start and get myself back in balance, where do I start? It's a 24-day challenge. This is designed by the physicians who write the textbooks for medical schools and human nutrition. You got to know that Dr. Stanley Dudrick, his name is on the building at Yale University Surgery Center. He's the patent holder for the IV from the 1960s. He has written over 800 publications now in human nutrition and balancing the human body. So he writes the textbooks for medical schools on this. He's on the board with Avocare. So if he's helping to formulate and to get this stuff on the market at optimal levels in the healthiest form possible, I want to know what that guy knows, not the blogger out there that says that they're an expert in something. I don't make medical claims. I let them explain it. All we do is reiterate it. So I'm just going to share with you guys what you do first. Anybody think there's any preservatives in our foods today? What about synthetic sweeteners? Additives? GMOs? How about antibiotics found in meats? What do antibiotics kill? Bacteria. Okay, what do they call those antibiotics? Broad spectrum? What does that mean? It kills a lot of bacteria. It's non-selective. Do you know what your digestive enzymes are? Bacteria. So if you're getting low doses of this in your food, you're lowering your efficiency to bring nutrients into your body. We got to bring that back. We got to get the junk out of the way to get the good stuff back in. Now, how many of you know what a medical rebuild dose of probiotics is? Live culture past the stomach acid is 10 billion probiotics per day if you want to do medical rebuild. How many is in yogurt to get 10 billion if you were to eat that? It's 3 gallons a day. Activia things are how big? I have to be careful of that. They're not quite enough. It's a lot of yogurt. I like yogurt, not that much per day. So where does a supplement play a role? It's either going to fix a specific need or it's going to fill a gap. So if I need to fix my digestive efficiency, I can then be fixing that need to bring me back to younger years. Anybody remember your metabolism when you're 18? You guys know that's yours? That's your metabolism when you're 18? It can come back. You just have to give yourself a chance by rebuilding the chemistry and making sure the body has a fighting chance. Once you get that back, then you put good nutrition in your body. Balance it, feed it, then move it. You exercise after you've done the first 2 steps. If you look at health and fitness, balance and food is health, training is fitness. There's a lot of people who join gyms, cut their calories, and never balance, and think they're on a health plan. What's the first 3 letters of the word diet? I didn't write the word. I'm just telling you, if the root is die, try not to do that. I eat over 7,000 calories a day. I'm 44 and I don't do cardio. How on earth am I 8 or 9% body fat all the time? My body doesn't know I'm 44. That is a brilliant system. If you can change your efficiency back to when you're younger, it just makes more sense. 24-day challenge does that from a very simple start point. 10-day probiotic herbal cleanse. Why is this 10-day, not 1 day? No laxatives. You do not want to do the 1 day don't leave the house plan. Uneventful and mild is the way to go. You want to make sure it's not a stripping agent like magnesium citrate. You want to make sure it's fiber, enzymes, and probiotics. Make sure you're getting some nutrients in your body, and you're welcome to eat while you're on the plan. You don't have to fast. So the brilliance is you get to eat healthy foods and start to revamp the efficiency by getting the junk out of the way first. Omegas. Take 2 omegas with dinner while you're on this program, and get 2 of them to start to come back in. There's over 100 different benefits of healthy fats in the human body. Just be sure you're getting enough of the right ones, and your body will start to thank you. There's a lot of things in your body, like your brain, 75% cholesterol. You might want to give it some nutrients. Okay? So, while you're on that first 10 days on this cleanse, the first thing your body looks for is what? What do you take in your body every day that your body looks for?
Water.
Water? That's number 2. Air. Thank you, Jeff. Hold your breath until you're thirsty. Pretty sure you need oxygen first. So B vitamins carry oxygen in your blood. What do we mix this in? Water. So why don't we just take care of the first 2 things right off the bat? If I can oxygenate and hydrate, I just increase my body's efficiency, because I don't care how good you're eating, if you're dehydrated, nothing gets delivered. So why don't we get the bad stuff out of the way, get the oxygen and water started, and let's see how good we start to feel when we're eating some healthy food. God didn't mess up on you or food. Put it together. You guys realize that Advocare's doctors have said many, many, many times in the last 6.5 years I've been in this program, supplements, less is better. I heard Dr. Kramer say that in a breakout session. I'm like, don't you guys sell this stuff? And he's like, yeah, but you know, your body needs food. But if there's a gap or a need, fix the need or fill that gap so that you get enough of the right things in. So once I get the junk out of the way, I can continue to take this B vitamin drink in the morning first thing instead of a coffee or a soda, or in the afternoon instead of a Red Bull, Rockstar, Monster, Mountain Dew, or soda. I have the ability to get good nutrition in my body, have more energy, and not take a dehydration drink that's highly acidic and no nutritional value. Nobody can cold turkey off of coffees and sodas and expect someone to do good. They're like, don't talk to me till I've had my coffee, right? Oh, now all of us say, don't talk to me till I've had my Spark. And then talk to me all you want, because I need to tell you about it. So, but if I can keep this going, this is powerful. But then there's something called MNS, Metabolic Nutrition System. Metabolism, anybody want that back? These are the things that are missing in the American food source that actually starts to replace that baseline. Because your body starts to look for things in an order. First thing is oxygen. Second thing is water. Third thing is enzymes, vitamins, and minerals. Welcome to the baseline of enzymes, vitamins, and minerals that we don't get out of our food sources today. If we sold products outside the United States, these formulations would have to be different for other countries. If we were in New Zealand, they may have different deficiencies than here. You wonder why Advocare's only been in the US for 22 years? Because they're still formulating for us. It is Advocare International. We just haven't opened other markets yet. And this may work in a lot of other countries. I just don't know if they're going to change it all the time. It might. So believe me, we're in the beta test, is still US at this time. There's only 16,000 distributors in the state of Florida. There were 16,000 people in the Mall of Millennia today. The whole rest of the state's open. So start talking to your friends. So the beauty of this is I have just created the baseline. Your macronutrients are your proteins, carbs, and fats. But if your body is not prepared to bring them in, how on earth are you going to get any benefit from it? Does that make sense? The number one signal your body has for metabolism is how many calories you absorb, not what you eat. If you didn't absorb it into your cells, you metabolize everything you get in your cells, not in your stomach or in your digestive system. It's an open tube, top to bottom. You get that efficiency back, then you can start to bring the nutrients in. But does anybody here have a job? Kids? Busy lifestyle? Anybody busy? Okay. Chances are you're not eating healthy, nutritious foods about every 3 hours, are you? 3 days. See these? Yeah. Sometimes a meal replacement shake is a great way to fill that gap. This is a balanced nutritional program that has 24 grams of protein, 24 carbs, vitamins and minerals, low glycemic index, and infused with 2.5 billion probiotics. Just a question I've had more than 20 times in my 6.5 years. Why don't they make this in canisters? You guys want to talk about quality control? Molecular weight. Probiotics are different weight than a protein, which is different weight than a multivitamin. If you were to shake a canister, the dosing would not be perfect. So when you have a balanced meal lot like this, the packets have to be individually wrapped. Protein powder can come in a canister because it's strictly the protein. So why are they so strict about what is or what isn't individually wrapped and doing things like this? Is because Advocare has all pharmaceutical grade products. We're going to talk about the safety. If it doesn't match the purity qualifications for WADA certification, World Anti-Doping for the Olympics. It can't be a part of AdvoCare's program because over 80% of the Olympic athletes in the United States use it. I want what they get, not what the general public thinks they should have. I follow sports science. If it's not quantifiable, you can't repeat it and duplicate it in athletes over and over, I'm really not interested in your theory. I ran into a powerhouse gym over in Tampa today after we sponsored a CrossFit box owner there. And I see Janet Clark going, Mark, what are you doing here? It's Ray and Janet Clark. NPC Pro now is Ray Clark. How do you just randomly run into, he was in Panama for 3 months on a missions trip. I just run into you in Tampa? They live in Maitland. You see how weird that is. He's 15 years on AdvoCare. He just got his NPC Pro card. You ever see the guy? He's a physical specimen. Makes me look like I'm gonna join the gym. Trust me, it's crazy. So, there are some companion products like extra thermogenesis of your liver to function with fats as energy. You can increase the thermogenic load. Or catalysts, the amino acids, the essential amino acids your body cannot produce on its own, that you have to get from food sources. And that is something that you can take. This was designed for the U.S. Olympic wrestling teams. They have to make weight classes, but never wanted to lose a pound of muscle to make the weight class. I like that. So there's some enhancement things you can do. AdvoCare has almost 80 different products. And I'll tell you that from the baseline of the 24-day challenge, day 25 does not differ from day 24. That is a start bundle, and it has allowed you to get a great start plan and walk your way up. Day 25, if I want to start to add in any of those companion products to my Spark and my M&S, then I can do that. If I'm missing meals, I'll add in a shake. If I'm training, I might use a pre-workout or a post. If I want to help increase my hormone balance, I might use nighttime recovery, or for women, Formula W. I can start to find those niche products that goes off this baseline. If I could share anything about my story when I came in on this program 6.5 years ago, I was a skeptic. I've known Mike Farrow for about 20 years. I did the Heisman on him so many times to never listen to him. I saw this business a month before Bob Furman. What did he make, 100 grand last month? Month? Yeah, I said month. Fear of loss gets me more than anything. Now I'll tell you, I retired a year and a half ago and make over $10,000 a month from AdvoCare. And I was the skeptic in the beginning, and I was only a product user for a year and a half. I used it with my private clients, and I just tested it and tested it and tested it. I have an $8,000 body fat tester. Let me tell you, if this stuff didn't work, I would have proved it wrong. I proved myself wrong and converted. I was with another company when Yadi Schultz actually showed me this plan. You guys met already last week. Yadi was a trainer that says, I want AdvoCare at this new facility, and I said, I want Perilla. Sorry, I shouldn't have said the name. Don't record them. Edit out Perilla. But I wanted to have one brand in the company, and she actually convinced me otherwise when I did the research. I didn't realize Dr. William Kramer was a part of this program. He wrote 4 of my textbooks. He's actually the trainer that trains our U.S. Olympic coaches. He's on the board at AdvoCare. I didn't know that. So I converted. I put on 11 pounds of muscle and dropped 5.3 pounds of fat my first 10 weeks on the plan. And I was already eating 8,000 calories a day and training 4 days a week at the time. And I had plateaued for 14 months. The problem was I wasn't absorbing the food I was eating. My training was going for naught. I maintained well and I was in shape, but I didn't get everything out of it I should have. So I ended up at 202 pounds and 4.5% body fat on my 39th birthday. Thank you, AdvoCare. And now I'm retired at the age of 44. So if I could share anything with you, do your due diligence, do it quickly. Sometimes opportunities have a shelf life. This one happens to be in a great position that the next 20 years, this is going to be an amazing opportunity to help your friends and family. Don't wait till you have a story to share it with people. See who wants to create stories with you. Because I made that mistake in the beginning when 10 weeks testing it on myself, and at week 6, people were saying, fess up, what are you doing? You're changing like crazy. I actually upset friends and family because they said I would have done it with you. So do a 24-day challenge with friends and family. Try to pull it together and see how this thing can change your lives, because that is a beginning start point for a lot of people to get back their energy, their health, their quality of life. Business side aside, the products are for everybody. But the opportunity is for those who have ambition in life. And if you can take that one step further and just say, I'm not going to keep good things a secret, I'm going to share this. Then you have your heart in the right place. If you have a servant heart and a work ethic, All you need is a passion for something more in life, and this thing will take you straight to it. It's the best opportunity I have ever seen. And I'm in this Emerald qualification right now, so I should go from 6-star Ruby to Emerald. That's an $80,000 raise in the next, like, 5 days. I don't know what your boss is going to give you in a raise this year, but that's awesome. So pick the level you like, pick the option that fits you. We do not look to motivate people, we look for the motivated. All right? Thanks, guys.